Hi, this is Alicia.
And this is Rafa.
And this is What Does It Feel Like to Go to the Mall?
In these days.
Yes, these days. So today we're at the Fashion Square Mall in Orlando, Florida. And you can kind of see behind me, if you look,
It's kind of dead.
it's dead. We're actually sitting in the food court, and there's one restaurant available, and it's called Mystic, and it's a New England style seafood, gourmet, and extra large hot dogs. But the owners, we talked to them today, they're super nice. And they also do Uber Eats. You can order from them, and Grubhub. And I say support our local businesses right now.
I think that's today, 4/7. Isn't today the date, 4/7? That's a big initiative in Orlando, 4/07, is to go out and support your local businesses, retail, restaurants. And I want to give these guys a plug because they just opened and then COVID started, and they are the only operating food outlet in the food court of the mall. It's so sad. And they're super nice.
And their French fries are pretty tasty too.
So let's talk about this mall. You know, I first came to this mall when I moved here in the summer of 1988.
Wow. Okay, so I think actually that summer is the first year that I got my first job actually at this mall at Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
I never worked at the mall. You totally went all like Fast Times at Richmond High working at the mall.
Oh, I loved it. I had a great time. It was fun. Actually, the Fashion Square Mall is located at the time, the Naval Training Base.
Oh, yes. All the hotties in the little white outfits would come out here.
Yes,
I forgot we called them squids.
Yes, they were here at the mall all
then.
the time. And I remember this one guy would come in every day and order the same ice cream.
Was he cute?
I don't know. No.
You don't kiss and tell. Okay.
No, I didn't kiss.
You're like, here's an extra scoop.
Yeah, I did give a couple friends extra scoops of ice cream. I'm not going to lie.
That's
and I did have my crush that I told you about in that one episode come by. And I, of course, gave him free ice cream.
You gave it to him for free? Wow.
Yeah, totally for free.
I hope he appreciates that now.
I hope so too.
Well, I thought the mall was cool and it was exciting for 1988. I remember being in the parking lot waiting, and I remember seeing a PM Magazine truck go by. And for those of you that don't know, PM Magazine was kind of like a local TV show, like Entertainment Tonight type of thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this place is hopping. They have PM Magazine in the parking lot. But I remember they would have actual fashion shows here, which is hence the name Fashion Square Mall.
Oh, yeah, right down in the middle of the mall,
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I never got to be on one of those, but...
Oh, well, we have a friend named Dan, and he was in a Marble Man contest here.
Oh, here at the Fashion Show Mall?
Yeah.
Did he win?
I believe he did.
Oh, wow.
I believe he did. I think it was just a contest. I don't think he got like a modeling contract or anything. But...
Oh, well, let's describe what Marble Man is for all the youngins out there that are listening. So the cigarette Marlboro was very popular, and they wanted to sell their cigarettes to very rugged men at the time. Manly men.
Like the brawny towel.
So, okay, let's go back a little bit, and let's think of Magnum P.I. with the big mustache.
Oh, yeah. These kids now don't know who Magnum P.I. is. But
it's
they
not
would have
the
to
new
Google
wimpy
it.
one. It's not the new little guy. I think Tom Selleck is like 6'2". He's a tall...
Yes, and he wore short shorts.
Oh, yeah, short
that
shorts.
showed off his muscular legs.
Yes. And every girl or kid at the time's mother was in love with Tom Selleck, we'll just say. But anyways, so the Marlboro Man was like this manly man that's ready to go out in the fields and grab the cattle and cattle them up or whatever they did at the time. But wasn't that a Marlboro Man?
Yes, they were cattle herders. Yes.
Cattle herders.
Cowboys.
He was out with the cowboy hat on and...
Yeah. It was cool. It was cool. It was a thing. It was back when it was okay to, and you weren't shamed for smoking cigarettes, right? You smoked cigarettes because it was cool, and so Marlboro Man was basically the poster child of that ad campaign, and he won that contest here in this mall many years ago. It's pretty cool.
So, okay, so the mall in the 80s, you would like, okay, before you were 16, because everybody from my generation at 16, pretty much almost everybody drove. I know that's not a concept that most people are using this year, but you hit 16, you were driving and you wanted to drive because you wanted to get to the mall because that was the hangout, right?
Yeah.
You would say, "Oh, I'm going to meet my friends." So I remember, like, even younger, I'd ask my mom to drop me off at the mall.
Yeah.
And I'd meet my friends. We would get an ice cream or go to the food court and have French fries.
It was total social structure. Yes. It was all social. That's where you met people. You would. They actually had arcades in the mall. Actually, the old arcade is behind us, boarded up behind Alicia. It's kind of sad. It's just boarded up, but yeah, just you go and you play. For a couple of bucks, you'd play maybe like an hour of games.
Yeah. But it was fun. And then not only would you go to the mall, you would go to the mall for a movie.
Yes.
So your parents might drop you off for a matinee, or they might drop you off at night for a 7:00 showing and then pick you up.
Yes.
After. I mean, the mall was the thing to do. That was our social outlet at the time. So
yeah.
It's sad. It's sad to come to the mall and have every store closed. And we live in Florida, and I'm kind of surprised that this is happening because it's hot. And the new style of mall is...
It's like a shopping village, like Disney Springs. And it's a little bit more about a village experience. So that's why it's all outdoors. I get it. But I think the real nail in the coffin is the online shopping for the malls. A lot of people, it's much more convenient. You got the Amazons. And you got the superstores that are still surviving, like Target and Walmart, competing for that business. So, the shopping malls are falling by the wayside until they start reinventing themselves. Now, Florida Mall and the Millennium Mall are still going strong.
Yes.
They did take a bit of a dip during COVID, but I think what keeps the Florida Mall going is because of tourism.
Yes, I agree. Both the Florida Mall and Mall of Millennia.
Yeah.
I think they definitely have busing that comes in from the hotels or from International Drive where people can just jump on a bus.
And come here.
And it'll take you. And I think a lot of people that travel to Orlando, Florida or the United States, I think it's mainly international.
Right.
So they can buy bulk and take it back with them to their country.
Yeah.
So
it's sad. This is a neighborhood mall. It was one of the coolest malls that I was associated with when I first moved to Florida.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty much a ghost town now.
Yeah, it's a ghost town. All right, I'll tell you a story. Okay, so I met my friend at the mall, and at the time I was in, this is horrible what I'm about to tell you. I can't believe I'm even admitting it. My mom doesn't even know that I did this. So I met my friend at the mall, and at the time you could buy cigarettes, and you didn't have to go to a store or anything. They had cigarette machines. So we went, saved our money, took our little coins, bought cigarettes.
Oh my.
Because we wanted to try smoking. And we went in the bathroom at, I think it was Ivy's, and went in the bathroom and smoked cigarettes.
Not here. Ivy's at the Colonial Mall. There wasn't an Ivy's
here. Or was it at the Altamont Mall?
Oh, Altamont. Oh, wow.
Altamont Mall.
Oh my God.
Or Jordan Marsh or one of those. But we would go in the bathroom and we would wait till everybody was out and then we'd light our cigarettes.
Dirty girls.
We were awful. But you know what? You could even smoke inside then. It was crazy. Do you remember? People would just walk around with cigarettes in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
So is the Altamont Mall still open?
Yes, the Altamont Mall is still open. And I did hear a report as of Easter. I had a friend that went by the mall around Easter time and said that it was actually crowded. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing. That mall, I think, also has stores that are closed, like main anchor stores. So here at the Fashion Square Mall, you had Dillard's, you had JCPenney's, and both are gone from this location.
And so, Sears got torn down. It got torn down and got replaced with a floor decor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now they still have Macy's at the Fashion Square Mall, which I walked into and I kind of all of a sudden started wanting to shop. I was like, oh, that's cute. I could wear that or,
So it seems like, tell us what the lady at the food court told you about the future plans for Fashion Square.
So the future plan, they had a developer purchase the mall or the land. She wasn't sure if it was the mall or the actual land, but the goal is to create this into some sort of office, entertainment, and dining space, and maybe have like an indoor playground and things like that.
Okay.
So, by my career, I'm actually an event planner. So I travel all over the United States. While I was in Texas working a program, and one of the companies that I was working with to plan their program is located in an old mall. So, and it was great. Like they had space within the mall where you could go like have quiet space, like rooms, like glass rooms. They had a food court that was full.
For meeting planning, it's good because everything's already divided. It makes sense.
Yeah.
The Ritz-Carlton in New Orleans did that post-Katrina. They were adjacent to a arcade, promenade, a mall, and they just annexed it and made that into meeting space.
Oh, wow. See? Yeah. Well, Rafa and I were sitting here talking because now with COVID, so many people are working from home. And then she gave us the news that they were going to probably turn the space into office space. But what we're thinking is that might not even happen because more companies are having their employees work from home. So,
yeah. Well, there's an opportunity. I think the idea of sports or some type of entertainment might be good if they want to reinvent this space. You know, you look at Baldwin Park is in the backyard, right? The Navy base is not there anymore. We have this thriving community, and Baldwin Park is just expanding, and there are more people coming into that area. So I think eventually this space will eventually transform to accommodate people's needs for shopping or entertainment.
Right.
Because the Olive Garden got repurposed. It was torn down and they built a new Olive Garden. They built the floor decor. Before COVID, Dick's Sporting Goods opened next door and it's thriving. And I heard that there were future plans for a hotel to come in this area, but that was pre-COVID. I don't know if that got postponed because of COVID or it got scrapped. But there is definitely a sense of change economically coming down the Colonial Corridor toward Mills, going toward downtown. There is some slow changes and refurbishments going on, you know.
It'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen with the malls that are really dying a slow death. And this mall really is.
It's sad. It's a little melancholy to be in here right now to see it so it's like a ghost town.
It is a ghost town. And in the majority of stores are stores you've never heard of. They're privately owned stores. So.
I wonder if this Hot Topic's still down there. I haven't looked.
I didn't see a Hot Topics.
They probably closed.
I saw a Finish Line.
Did you see Barney's Coffee? Was it still there?
No, but there's a Hershey's ice cream. They still have ice cream here. So if you want to get out and have an ice cream and support a local business. I mean, I hope they'll come up with a good idea. You know, there are so many creative people out there that could probably work this space into something pretty cool.
Absolutely, 100%.
I keep thinking about the song, you know, shopping was a part of everything. You know, let's go to the mall.
Oh, I was thinking of more like, I want candy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very 80s, but yeah, I don't know. Well, hopefully you guys will see some positive changes in the future. We'll keep you posted if we find out anything about Fashion Square Mall in one of our other podcasts, like What Does It Feel Like Today?
Yes. We're like this. Yes. Yes.
Like, what do we do now?
Yes.
We have to sign off.
We have to sign off. So guess what?
It's time for a recap.
Mystic.
Hot dogs.
French fries.
The only food outlet.
Smoking for the first time. That's awful. I can't believe I admitted that, but
free ice cream.
Yes, if I like you.
If I like you. Bye.
Bye.
That was fun.
Okay.